Welcome to room domination training. We're going to teach you the basics of our room clearance tactics: speed, aggression and surprise. It's important that you're comfortable doing this. These tactics will save your life. The first exercise is simple. You must assault and dominate the room on the other side of this door. The timer starts when you enter the room.
Alright guys, welcome to the SAS The Regiment, and this is a game that I've been wanting to showcase for a very long time. So this is the first training scenario.
Go! Dominate! Good. Excellent. Good. Clear!
So you can see the training starts with a number of room clearance exercises, and you're expected to do them in a timely manner. The times are pretty strict. As you can see, I have some C ratings. The B and A ratings are extremely difficult to get. But you start with basic room clearing, where you need to be positioned, how to scan the room and assess, and then you move on to gun familiarization, as well as team tactics down at the bottom. So you can see wingman training here.
Welcome to the fourth firing range exercise. This one is just like the last one. You have friendly, enemy and civilian targets. This time they're all moving. Same format. You're being scored on speed and accuracy. Go when you're ready. The timer starts when you open the door.
Alright, so in this one we're going to have moving targets. You pop in the room, get in position, marked by a red X on the floor, and then you engage the targets, making sure not to hit friendlies.
Go, go, go!
Looking for those hands. That was a hostage.
Good. Exercise complete. Let's check your scores.
So not bad on that one. And the situational awareness one, it's 360 degree, or I think it's maybe like a little bit less than that, 270, where you are scanning and assessing behind you, left and right, checking, looking for hands and looking for targets. And the reason I've been wanting to showcase this so much is it's one of the original tactical shooters. I think this was made mid-2000s, and it's kind of a hybrid between maybe SWAT 4 and Rainbow Six, and this is a I think it's made by Konami, but it's very British, and I did have to ship it internationally from Amazon UK, so you can get a copy as well. It took a couple of weeks to get here, but it's certainly something that I've been wanting to compare to the American variations like Rainbow Six 3. And you know, I'm still coming to some conclusions. So far I think that Rainbow Six 3 is probably superior in the team command and the AI. You'll see that later. But as far as the training, this is excellent. It's probably the best close quarters training introduction out of any tactical shooter title. So it's really cool. It shows you how to dominate, strong point to one side of the room, scan and assess. Again, look for those hands and things like that, as well as using flashbangs. Your teammates will use shotguns to breach into rooms. Ultimately, the gameplay itself is not incredible, but it is pretty entertaining. It's fast-paced. It's completely counterterrorism tactics. This is not a SWAT team. It is not a necessarily a police-style force. This is a military counterterrorism unit, and they're going in to rescue hostages against terrorists that are desperate, that are usually going to kill hostages if they don't get in there quickly and use absolute ultimate force. There is an S.A.S. show if you want to check it out. Just Google it or check it out on YouTube. It's called Ultimate Force. If you've ever seen the show The Unit, for which emulates Delta Force or CAG, Combat Applications Group, whatever you want to call them. It's kind of like the UK equivalent, and it was made before the unit. And I think in a lot of ways it's actually somewhat better in just how they show tactics and training and things like that. All right, so we'll do this fire and move one, see if you guys like that.
Welcome to the final firing range exercise. This time you are expected to move from area to area before engaging targets. At each of the marked areas, a number of targets will pop up. You must shoot down any threats before moving on to the next zone. We will let you know when you've cleared an area. As usual, speed and accuracy count. Again, we're going to be throwing in a few surprises for you, so stay on your toes. Begin when you're ready.
I'm pretty sure, I know John MacAleese, who was involved in the 1980 Iranian hostage rescue, was involved with the creation of this, at least you'll see video introductions with him. So I think they definitely had some input, some real SAS operators as far as the tactics used, the training, and you can hear the seriousness of the training in the voice. And even when you're conducting the operations, I like the idle animation there. You can definitely tell that this is hardcore. Get in there and get the hostages. So we'll try this out. Hopefully, I can complete it successfully. So you can see I didn't do as well as that one. You are working on the timer. Music's kind of loud. You are working on the timer, and they want you to be able to be accurate. Well, the first thing is target recognition, speed, and accuracy. Initially, those pop-up silhouettes, if you notice, I didn't engage some of them. If they're wearing gas masks, those are supposed to represent S.A.S. operators that are friendlies. And it took me a while to recognize that those were actually friendly silhouettes, because they are pointing a gun at you. But what they want to rehearse in your mind is, even if you see somebody pointing a gun at you, you need to be able to recognize whether that's friendly or foe. Just because somebody's pointing a firearm at you does not mean necessarily that they're hostile. So not only do you have to recognize if they have their hands up, you also have to look for their uniform, and you have to do that split-second decision, which in real life obviously can cost you your life. But these guys rehearse this again and again and again, so it just becomes muscle, not even muscle memory, but mental memory. And then the other silhouettes that you'll see is the hostage being held in front of the terrorist, and so you need to assess that situation and take a well-aimed shot. You only have that little headshot area, maybe like a 5-inch group there, and you have to be accurate before he kills the hostage, obviously.